Gel kızım. Da da da da. Gel bakalım, bak yeni bir oyun varmış. Neymiş? Gel kucağıma. Bunları oynarken bakarız herhalde, yani öğreniriz. Ben bunu çok uzun zaman önce bir görmüştüm ama çok olmuştu yani. Oy, oha, kulaklıkla ses içeriden geliyor sandım, bu ses ne dedim. Şöyle yapalım mı kızım, ben şunu şöyle iteyim. Şunu da kucağıma, Allah. Gel. Aa, ne oldu kız? Ben yanlışlıkla ekranımı
Who are you? I don't know, but I'm writing to you anyway. Where are you? How far in the future? Where'd you find my journal? I may never know, but you can know me from what I put down on these pages. I come from a little village in the mountains. No one has left here since before I was born. But our lives changed overnight, just a few days ago when my best friend had a prophetic dream. A vision that the elder said means this season is going to end soon. The world is about to enter a new era. A great change is coming. Everyone was afraid. I was surrounded by questions and I began to feel how little I know. What is this season that is about to end, and why is it ending? What exactly is out there that could turn the world inside out? If there are still voices singing and laughing in the wilderness, I could record them before they're gone. I also thought of my dad, who always wanted to see the outside world but never did. So, I asked if I could leave. The elder had one condition for letting me go: that I take what I collect to the museum vault, a palace of art and memory at the edge of the earth. She says it's the only place safe from the turmoil of a changing season. I hope that's where you're reading this now. I can't stop the change that is coming, but this time on Earth could live on in these pages. What it looks like, sounds like, how it feels to be alive right now. I'm writing to you at the crack of dawn on the morning I leave home. I can smell breakfast cooking in the other room, and I can hear my mom's voice.
Kızım dur. Şimdi ne yapacağız? Bunları yazıyor muyuz? Şu anda bu bize okuduğu şeyleri mi görüyorum? Burada. Tamam. Hepsini görmüş oldum. Böyle bakınabilirsin. Bu ne?
3, 2, 1. Hooray! Mr. Lotto's here.
Aa, sayfaları açılır diye düşünmüştüm.
My bag and Dad's camera, ready for the great departure. Bu hığlayan annem mi içeriden? Ay dur, odada bir şeye bakmayı unuttuk.
You're up. It's gonna
Yes,
be
I
a
am.
beautiful morning. I'm making progress. I found the burner, camera, recorder. Breakfast is in progress. Still gotta make a pendant. We haven't used this in so long. Good thing I saved the instructions. Just as you would use a shield to protect an identity pendant protects your mind. Your thoughts, memories, everything that makes you, you. We don't wear them here in the village anymore. But if you're going into the outside world, I'll feel better when you've got a pendant shielding you. Diseases of the mind, like the dream sickness.
Ne diyorsun?
We don't know what caused it. We heard people suddenly fell into an eternal sleep. These were years of wild rumors, and half of them turned out to be true. In times of war, a pendant can be used to identify a body. Let's skip that part. Objects have two layers, the physical and the mental. The pendant needs to absorb both. 1. Collect a sentimental object for each sense: sound, smell, feel. 2. Feel the sense and speak aloud a memory of the object. Feed the object into the burner. The memory will leave the speaker as it is transferred to the pendant. That means I'll forget the memory after I say it. It's supposed to be painless, at least. Okay, so This old tape should work for our sense of sound. I remember. You and I fell asleep listening to this tape. Your dad came home. We all rested together until it got dark. What an odd feeling. Like an absence, disappearing. The empty space fills itself back in until I forget that I forgot anything at all. I'm glad I'm only losing a few memories. If I lost too many, I wouldn't even know who you are. You should pick the rest of the objects. I'll lose the memories, but you'll have them independent forever. So they should be important to you. They should be parts of your identity you want to be sure to protect. So think about what these items and what the memories would preserve about you. Let's do smell next. Find an object with a strong odor and that holds a piece of you.
Nothing. I remember who my dad was. Nothing. I was born in the glow of my parents' love.
Bizim ablam burada. Ablam burada. Kavga çıkar. Kavga çıkar. Yok bir şey. Ablan orada. Ablan orada. Sen o tarafta yat. Keşke ablanla yatabilseniz tabii.
Sweet wax honey. How I've tried to save things. Ancient perfume, sweet. Nothing is ever lost.
What did you choose for smell?
Çiçektir
Let's
yani,
breathe in
kokudur.
deep. Your dad used to bring these flowers home from his climbs. They only grow high up in the mountains. He was a great climber. He even found us a new source of water. I hope after he would climb less, maybe even retire. But he always wanted to explore, and the only direction to go was up. Maybe the elder is letting you leave out of guilt for what happened to your dad. If someone has the energy to leave, it needs to go somewhere. He fell into the Fitz ravine. We never found his body. But doesn't he rest with us at night? Doesn't he appear in our dreams? How can such a human being depart this earth without leaving behind a trace as strong as the flowers would still have their scent? Darling, don't want to lose this one. I can't lose this one. Can we put the flowers back, please? Thank you.
Childhood. Too sweet, too old. I always wanted to experience new things.
What did you choose for smell? Let's breathe in deep. This ginger drink has been in our family for generations. And you, as soon as you were old enough to talk, you said, let's drink it. It's hundreds of years old, like you already wanted to experience something different. Well, we all had one horrible sip, but boy, what would we do without you? What will we do without you? Now touch. Pick something with a texture you like.
My hand in my own hand. This speaks to how my mom loves me. Wax, soft, ancient wall. I was loved by people I have no memory of.
So what did you end up choosing? Okay, feel the candle. This kind of candle keeps someone alive for the time it takes to burn, just a few hours when death is nearby. It can be enough for last rites, last words. This was Grandma's candle. She didn't want to use it. You spent a lot of time with her when you were a baby. I realized she wouldn't live long enough for you to remember her, or for her to see you grow up and discover what kind of person you'd be. So in a way, you don't know her, and she didn't know you. And yet, she loved you. I don't know where love goes, but it belongs to you anyway. I'm fine. Let's do sight next. Pick something that looks nice.
Look nice. Mum güzel görünüyordu da aynı zamanda, öyle olmuyor mu?
Poisoned, blue, shine. I look closely.
So, what did you end up choosing? When you were a little kid and I'd wash your pants, I'd check the pockets and find all kinds of little things you'd collected off the ground. Rocks, leaves, bits of string, and bugs. It happened less and less as you got older. But I remember the afternoon I found this beautiful blue beetle in your pocket. I thought, oh, this might be the last time. And this dead insect suddenly became so precious to me. What is it in our young eyes that imbue every small thing with meaning? Why do we lose this? I don't think you ever did. For taste, we can eat breakfast and feed some to the burner. The memory I'll lose is the one we're forming right now. I want you to have it forever. We're standing here. You're having a last taste of home. Now you're protected by lost memories. A gem of home around your neck. This is my only condition for letting you go. You must promise me never to take the pendant off.
Kesin kırılacak bu. Bir şey olacak,
And
başına
never
bir şey
tamper with
gelecek.
Okay? Then I'm okay with you leaving. I think your camera and bag are still in your room. It's time to gather them up. I've lost so much. How could the world ask me to lose you too? Look at us. There we are. There we were. We'll always be right here on this beautiful morning.
I just performed a ritual with my mom. The moment has passed, but I'll record it in these pages for you, for the future.
Goodbye Ritual'ın niye hiç decoration'ı, quotes'u falan yok bende?
never knew when my mom would share a memory of Dad while cooking, on a walk, with no warning. It knocked the wind out of me. Rituals take this grief and give it a shape and a story. Filling in this journal is a ritual too, but for a loss that hasn't hit us yet. I've brought tools to record the sights and sounds of this season. I'll start by recording the only place I've ever known. Public sleep music is a tradition of ours here. When the music ends, the village will begin to wake up. Last night there was a goodbye party here in the plaza. Everyone was so afraid for me. To understand that fear, to understand where I grew up, you have to know the man standing watch over the plaza, Dr. Fumio. Last night, my friends wrote down their hopes for my trip and tied them to the branches of this tree. A wish fell off the tree. I'm not supposed to read them, but it might be good for you to have an example of one. I can go against tradition a little for posterity. Smells like an old man's toes dipped in cinnamon. I had to drink this gross potion last night. Like my pendant, it's supposed to protect my brain. This is a healing instrument created by Dr. Fumio. It draws on the pure mountain air. Dr. Fumio and his son founded Cairo back in 776. They live on through our traditions. There are 3 murals celebrating Dr. Fumio's work. Remembering everything must be painful. Dr. Fumio brought peace to so many people here. The elder sought out Dr. Fumio to cure her mother, who was suffering from time misperception. This is Dr. Fumio and his son. The statue isn't as old as it looks. The artist wore it down to give it a feeling of ancientness and the authority that comes with it.
Şu neymiş? Şunu anlamadım. Bunu görmedim de. Şurada mı acaba?
This is the cafe where my dad used to read his poems. He wrote one for me. Maybe he wrote it for you too. Dr. Fumio said the dream sickness was caused by something very powerful. He wasn't able to cure it. Dr. Fumio was an important person, but we also just have a need to put a human face on events that are beyond our control. He may have felt just as scared and helpless as everyone else. Pate's little daydream of leaving this place, of seeing something weird.
İnsanların bir şeyler unutabilmesi için Doktor Fumio bir şey yapmış galiba. Yoksa unutmamaları için mi? Tam tersi mi? Onu anlamadım. Unutması için. Çünkü şey dedi, her şeyi hatırlamak çok zor olsa gerek falan gibi bir şey dedi. Demek ki unutmaları için unutamama sıkıntıları vardı yani. Herhalde. Bu da ilginçmiş.
Kero village was founded during the modernity. Much later, Dr. Fumio arrived and remade it in his image. This flower means you're in my thoughts. The morning after the search was called off for Dad, our doorstep was covered in them. A village that was created as a place to heal. Is that where my instinct to try to help comes from? It's so strange to imagine I'll be shaped by places and people I haven't met yet. So strange to imagine that I might feel at home somewhere else.
Nerelere gitmekteyim?
Is it recording?
Yes.
Okay. How to leave home for my daughter. Find a sacred square of earth. Lay down so you have the dirt at your back. Close your eyes. Close everything. Do you see for yourself? You see for the dead, for the unborn. Do you listen for yourself? You listen for the dead, for the unborn. Your ancestors are in that dirt. All the living and all the dead are holding you up. Now stand. They're still there, aren't they? It's time to move, to entangle yourself everywhere with everyone. So the next time you lay down in the dirt, you will have so much more to tell them.
Tate fixed up 3 bikes instead of 1.
Hangisini istersen işte. Kızım niye niye kardeşine bir anda şey yapıyorsun? Yatıyor çocuk orada, kıyamam. Okey, alıyorum bisikleti. Buralarda yapacak bir şey yok. Hmm. Sarıyı beğendim. Vey! İsviçre'de bir köyde bisiklet sürüyorum. Hem de yokuş aşağı. Yokuşlara çıkmayacağım inşallah diye umuyorum. Park ettim bicycle'ımı.
They were right. The letter never made it. The season before this one, the war, seems so horrible.
İnsanların mektuplarını açıyorum ama
That poor baby.
memori akseste sıkıntı yaşıyormuş bak mesela. Bu unutuyor belli ki mi? Ha yo, I'm unable to forget diyor. Evet, doğru anlamışım. Unutamıyorlar, sıkıntıları orada.
Before setting up in Kero village, Dr. Fumio roamed the land curing people. It must have been hard when he wasn't around anymore, especially for people who couldn't travel to the village. Traders used to come to the outskirts of the village. The war put an end to this.
Yaptın mı kızım? Geliyorum, bir dakika. Buradan ben bisikletle aşağı kayacağım ama burada bir şey daha bulmam gerekiyor sanki. Şu tarafta bir şey var mı? Var.
I can see in these letters that the outside world has extremes of beauty and tragedy beyond anything I've known. I feel nourished in these sights by the unfamiliarity of it all. These means of connection, long in disuse, are certainly telling me something about the world. Will they be used again in the next season?
gireceğim. Aa, girmiyor. İyi bari. Yol bitti. Ne ödecük? Yanlış yere mi geldim ben? Yok, şuraya da gidemiyorum. Su var orada. Ne kızım? Ne yapacak? Ay, dur. Geri dön. Kuzu sevme fırsatımız var galiba.
My
Keçi mi,
first
kuzu
time
mu, ne
petting
bu?
an animal. I think it went pretty well. That time it felt off. I guess I had beginner's luck before.
Ne oldu? Temizleyeceğim kızım tuvaletini. 2 dakika durabilir ya. Altında değil ki bu yani. Yapıyorsun gidiyorsun.
I cycled through landscapes, seeing them for the first and last time. I had no idea when I left my home how the season would end, or more importantly, how soon.
Bak ekran kararıyor. Bir şey oluyor. Ekranım karardı. Loading oldum. Tamam geliyorum.
On a cold, damp day, I feel true loneliness for the first time.
Gelemiyorum.
Nobody could have described with words how big this world is, how it goes and goes. I passed through it, where others passed before me.
New page. bulaşık koysun acaba? Temizliyorum kızım, için rahat etsin. Bağırmayı bıraktın, bakıyorum. Dur daha içinde şey yok. Kum yok daha, dur. Dur, kum koyacağız. Dur, kum koyacağım içine. Çekil. Çıktı içinden. Çık. Yaktı mı? Yaktı mı bir şey? Yok. Sadece kazdım çıktı değil mi? Ben artık oyunuma geri dönebilir miyim? Müsaade ederseniz. Müsaadeniz varsa. Git bak kızım, tertemiz yaptım. Rahat rahat yaparsın. Bakmayacağım mı?
One melody is like me out here alone. I can't really live like this. They kept themselves company with music. Two voices is like me and my mom. We can survive, but eventually you need more.
Kızım şu kablonu oradan çekilir misin ya? Niye orada oynuyorsun? Al bu şeyini git başka yere koy.
Looks like they made it out of here. But what is this group? In the empty places, I found companionship in the tapes I recorded before leaving home. The elder told me the story of her life. I listened back to it, ready to note down anything that seemed important.
Let's set the scene for the listener, whoever that might be. This is the elder speaking. We're sitting in the plaza, saying goodbye to a dear soul. We're here to see if there's anything useful in mind that could help you on your trip. A century's worth of memories, dreams, fantasies, visions.
Oyun uykumu getirdi. Oyunu
Like a
oynarken
big,
uyuyacağım.
old, haunted library. When I die, this library will burn down. But which book should we check out first? I don't have all the answers, but I do feel the story of my life could help you understand what kind of world it is. It's okay not to understand everything right away. The moment may pass, but as long as you're there to witness it, to you and others to come will someday take the time to make sense of it all. I heard, somebody told me, you want to capture what it's like to be alive during this season? For the future? and you want to understand why and how the season of my youth is long gone. But I can tell you what that season was like and what I know about how it ended. Francis Cale, if you must know. You can call me Frank. Or Elder. Or the Elder. Or Elder Frank. You know, whatever. I don't care. I was born on the ocean. My mother and father worked on a cruise ship. The short-lived but glorious, watery, floating cities. How can I describe them? They were a jewel of the golden season. Pleasure boats with a radical political. The golden age was a time my mom taught me. She was the ship's philosopher. My dad was a recycling engineer. Recycling on the ship was a matter. We had to get the most out of every object and watt of energy. My grandparents played with the past. They changed it like we change our wardrobe. So it was a different answer every time, but they often said we were exiles, exiled royalty from a secret lineage, or we were exiled from the mouth of some great leviathan. When they were older, they just said, we're from here, we're from right now. I loved the way, especially as I fell asleep. Picture me as a kid in bed. It was like being... I loved exploring the ship wand. There were two, a large, elegant... A lot of my firsts were down there. My first dance, and so forth.
Vallahi kadın konuşurken içim geçmiş. Olmadı daha zinde bir gün bakayım ben sana.